Hello Attack on Titan fans and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Manga Host, and today we finally got a new chapter. This chapter had a lot of developments, some even rushed too much in my opinion, and we will talk all about it right now. I'm trying to bring you this video as soon as possible, but the official release date of this chapter is only in a few days, so please consider supporting the creator by purchasing the chapters when they become available online or in paperback. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me so you'll always be up to date with fresh Attack on Titan content. This chapter, named Pride, takes us a few moments before the ending of the latest chapter to Hanji, who's hunting soldiers looking for them. We see her and Levi in a little camp hiding in the forest. Levi is unconscious and Hanji treats his wounds. She understands that the only reason he is still alive is only because he is different, because he is an Ackerman. She also knows that they can't stop Zeke by themselves, and with the Jaegerists out there, they are both wanted for their entire life. Suddenly, Hanji also experiences the same moment in the paths like all the other subjects of Ymir, and a moment later, we see Levi awake, which is just what I wished for in my latest video, so I'm pretty happy with that. Apparently, it was only half a day since the encounter with Zeke, which means that Levi is indeed a freaking beast. We can also see how he managed to survive by trying to protect his body with his blade. Levi indeed lost two of his right hand fingers, which he held the sword with, and also of course the injury to his face, which is dressed with bands. Levi is full of regret for lowering his guard with Zeke, and like I mentioned in previous videos, his only goal now is to kill Zeke. And he tells that to Magath in Peak, as we go right back to where the latest chapter ended. By the way, did you know that Peak's last name was Finger, or Theo for Magath? Because that really surprised me. That, and the fact that somehow Levi knows that and I don't. Levi explains them that now they have the same goal, stopping Zeke, and Hanji suggests that he might be heading towards Eren in order to use the Founder's power. Peak sees that Hanji knows a lot about the Titans, and Hanji tells them that working together is the best thing to do now. Here we see all of our heroes, each in a different place, and we can actually see that Armin caught up with Gabi and they are both riding together to Ragako village. From there, we go to Connie and Falco, camping in the woods. Connie thinks about how he will feed Falco to his mom, and while thinking about that, he feels bad about what he is about to do. And he speaks out loud to Sasha, asking if she is the only one that can understand him. In the morning, they both ride into Ragako village. Falco asks why aren't they going to a hospital, and Connie tells him that he needs to show him something first. Walking to a large tent, Falco asks if this is Ragako village, and when Connie asks him how he knows, he says that he heard Connie speaks at night. He asks him if Sasha is the girl Gabi shot, and why did Connie lie in order to bring him here, and in that moment, Connie reveals his Titan mom inside the tent. He tells Falco not to worry because she can't really move, and she's been like that for years, and then Connie puts on the most distrustful smile I have ever seen, and he asks Falco to help him brush the Titan's teeth, telling Falco to climb above the Titan. I must say that I felt it's a bit like a Wild Coyote trick, or Kenny from South Park, dying from stupid things. I mean, that entire scene was on the verge of comedy, especially when Falco obviously noticing that something is not right. Luckily for him, Gabi and Armin arrive to stop him, but Connie grabs Falco and drags him up the ladder. He says to Armin that he doesn't even want to hear what he has to say, and then Armin, remembering Commander Erwin, tells Gabi to forgive Connie and then climbs up above the Titan. Connie tells him to stay away and asks him what he is doing, and Armin jumps into the Titan's mouth, with Connie saving him just at the last second. Connie later asks Armin what would have happened if he didn't save him, and Armin tells him that his mom would have been the new Colossal Titan instead of him. Connie says that his mom wouldn't have liked that, and that he became a soldier to make his family proud, but by now, he is a soldier who is willing to kill humans. Armin also admits, again, that he couldn't become like the commander. Everybody cry and looking really sad, and then Connie tells Armin he wants to be a soldier his mom can be proud of, and they all agree to go help the others. A few words about this scene, and about Connie's condition with his mom. I personally felt it happened too fast. First, I think Armin's suicide attempt was a pretty lazy idea out of Isayama, especially because we know he is the narrator of the story, therefore there is less chance for him to die now. And also, I think that because Armin was chosen instead of Erwin, giving his power like that to Connie's mom would be a very selfish thing to do, even if it's in order to save Falco. This power was given to him in expense of someone who was probably better suited than him, so giving it away so easily would have tarnished Erwin's death. That is how I look at it, so feel free to tell me if you feel the same or disagree in the comments. The entire scene went by in 2 chapters, and I really thought there will be another purpose for keeping his mother alive for so long. Next we go to Mikasa and Louise. Louise indeed took Mikasa's scarf. She's badly hurt from a thunder spear and actually dying. She tells Mikasa she took her scarf to feel closer to her, even though she spoke to Mr. Jaeger and he told her to throw it away. She asks Mikasa if she can keep it if Mikasa doesn't want it, but Mikasa refuses and in an extra bitchy way tells her to give it back, and she leaves young Louise alone to die. As she walks out, Louise tells her that she is the reason why she became a soldier, and she followed her, devoting her heart. She has no regrets. From there we go to Flock and the Jaegerists as the final Wall Titans pass through. Flock announces that the Jaegerists are now in control, and it seems that Jean decided to join them after all. We see the general feeling in the city when people are drinking and celebrating while cheering for Eren. Among the crowd we see Connie, Armin, Falco and Gabi who are looking for a place to eat. Connie asks Armin if it's true that Annie could be free right now, and in a very comical way, just as he says that, we see that Annie is sitting right next to them, and immediately Connie makes fun of her for eating like an animal. This is exactly what I mean when I said this chapter felt rushed. These old friends connecting is fun, but it seems unlikely to me that everyone is so casual with Annie. After all, most of them saw her last after she killed a lot of people inside Wall Sina. I just think too much is happening in only 1 chapter, and everything is happening too fast. After Annie and the scouts get together, we see Hitch coming back to the table to see Annie left her a message telling her she left with them. Again, so casual. We go from there to Flock and Jean, when Flock announces that Yelena and Unyankupon are about to be executed for acting against Eldia. He also says that from now on, he and the Jaegerists will follow Eren's plan, which is to subdue the entire world. Flock explains that Yelena worked directly with Zeke and she knew about his plans, but Unyankupon followed without knowing it, so he offered him a chance to change his mind and to join them after all. Unyankupon laughs at him and tells him that he helped Eldia to save his homeland, but now his homeland is going to be destroyed, and there is nothing out of it for him if he follows them. Jean comes closer and puts a gun to his head, and then he shoots 3 times, missing him and hitting the floor. While Flock, trying to understand what is going on, the Car Titan appears out of nowhere. Jean pushes Flock out of the way, and the Car Titan swallows Jean, Yelena and Unyankupon and runs away. When Flock starts looking for Mikasa, we can see in his eyes that he understands that they just betrayed him. Go flock yourself, Flock. We then go to Mikasa, which indeed was waiting for Jean's shots as their signal. They take 2 carriages and ride out of the headquarters. While escaping, Annie witnesses a mysterious figure in the window watching them. Now I wanted to ask you, who do you think this is, because as for now I don't have an idea. So if you actually have a thought about it, please let me know in the comments. We then go to Peak, who spits Jean and the other 2, and again, very comically, Hanji asks her if she doesn't brush her teeth. Very casual for 2 sides who tried to kill each other just a few chapters ago. But again, this is only my own opinion and I really want to hear your thoughts about it. Unyankupon asks Jean if he's not afraid to betray Flock, and Jean says that he will not run away because all the bones that turned into ash would not forgive him, and by that I can only assume he means all the fallen friends along the way. Yelena is surprised that she was rescued as well, and Angie tells her that part of the deal with Peak was to bring her alive as a request from the general, and then we see Magath giving her a very harsh look. And there we go to Reiner, being kicked in the face by Annie. It's just like old times in warrior training. Reiner wakes up to Gabby and Falco alongside Mikasa, Connie, Armin, and Annie. Almost the entire 104th cadet reunion. Our chapter ends with Connie telling Reiner to get up because they are going to save the world. Well, this chapter had a lot, maybe too much. Do you agree with me with the chapter advancing too fast? Did you expect something different? And also, how happy are you to see Levi is alive and mostly well? I finally started to get the feeling of the end getting closer, as Isayama hurries to close loose ends in the story and to connect certain characters together, all in the direction of the ending of one of the greatest stories of this decade. Don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a little like if you enjoyed, and also visit me on any of your favorite social networks. I would love seeing you there. And that is all for today, my Titan-loving friends, and until next time, let me just remind you all to dedicate your hearts for humanity, inside and outside the walls.